The Dickey Amendment mandates that none of the CDC budget for injury prevention and control can be used to study, advocate, or promote gun control. We need to repeal the Dickey Amendment. The Dickey Amendment was first introduced by the NRA after the Center for Disease Control found in a study that guns in the home are associated with an increased risk of homicide within the home. They did not like people knowing that information, apparently. It has effectively stopped any government scientist from researching gun violence while stopping the CDC from studying it directly. Under the Obama administration, the CDC was directed to study gun violence even though the Dickey Amendment was still in place. A spokeswoman for the CDC commented that it is possible for us to conduct firearm-related research within the context of our efforts to address youth violence, domestic violence, sexual violence, and suicide. But our resources are very limited. Gun violence is something that's only researched within the context of other issues and other kinds of violence. It is the issue at the fringe of every other issue on violence because they're all interconnected. But I don't want our research on gun violence to be limited to where it shows up in other issues. Studying gun violence on its own will give us a more comprehensive look of what policies need to be created to prevent it. I don't want our resources to be limited when studying gun violence when there is more than one mass shooting every day in America, and one so-called major mass shooting every 2 months. Repealing the Dickey Amendment would allow us to study the issue of gun violence directly. Since the American Psychological Association, Doctors for America, the American College of Preventive Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and the American Association for the Advancement of Science have all condemned the Dickey Amendment and called on Congress to repeal it, why can't we force Congress to act and actually repeal the Dickey Amendment? If you care about gun violence, then you should contact your representatives and ask them to repeal the Dickey Amendment. If you want to have an informed and educated discussion on guns in America, then you should contact your representatives and tell them to repeal the Dickey Amendment. If you want your legislators to be able to craft and implement effective policies that address the issue of gun violence, then you need to call them and demand they repeal the Dickey Amendment. We cannot prevent an issue that we do not understand. We cannot address an issue when we aren't even allowed to study it. Preventing scientists from studying one of the greatest problems facing our communities actively harms all of us. I want to have research and data guiding our public policies, our debates, and our ideas. Please contact your representatives about this issue and share this video so that other people learn about it and start to work on this too. And if you want to see more from me, you can subscribe, watch another video of mine, or support me on Patreon. And if you liked this video, you should check out Riley J. Dennis, who is an amazing activist and educates her community on so many different issues. And hey, I love you.